Your best days didn't make enemies, your progress did. Some people dislike you and can't explain why. Their brain writes the reason later. Status shifts. Comparisons sting. Your calm looks like judgment. Your boundaries feel like loss. This isn't about you being wrong. It's about what your presence exposes. Tonight, the real psychology behind unprovoked hate. What triggers it? The tells you'll notice first. And how to keep your center while the room recalibrates. See it clearly. Stop taking it personally. Hold your line. 1. Presence dissonance. Why does a calm presence bother chaotic rooms? Why does steady energy read like judgment, even in silence? This is contrast doing the talking. Watch the small tells. Lighten up jokes when nothing is heavy. Manufactured urgency to speed things up. Bait for reactions right before deadlines. Backhanded lines. Must be nice to be so relaxed. Minor drama the moment focus deepens. Side comments about being too serious or cold. Here's the engine behind it. Groups defend their baseline. If the baseline is hurry and noise, calm threatens the script. A regulated nervous system exposes dysregulation by comparison. That contrast is uncomfortable. Discomfort looks for a target. Blame is faster than adjustment. Stay clean. Keep replies short and time-boxed. Available 3:30 to 3:45. Decline bait with neutral lines. Not engaging that. Back to the task, match content, not tone. Address the request. Ignore the theatrics. Protect the non-negotiables that keep the system steady. Sleep, training, deep work. Root work through structure. Clear agendas, written next steps. Recap notes after meetings. Limit exposure to chaotic rooms. Spend more time with regulated ones. No speeches, no moralizing. Just consistent process and a steady pace. Some will adjust, some will exit. Either way, the standard holds. 2. Status threat and social comparison. Why does progress make some people colder, not warmer? Why does a simple win feel like an attack to them? Status just moved. Their map didn't. Tells to watch. Backhanded praise that lands like a slap. Look at you, fancy now. Don't forget us jokes right after you deliver. Advice storms the moment you succeed. Sudden scorekeeping. Who paid last? Who called first? Who got what? You've changed, used as a complaint, not a compliment. Invites that used to be automatic now come with rules, or not at all. Here's the engine. Comparison is fast. Context is slow. A clear step forward re-ranks the room, quietly. For people who tie worth to placement, your gain reads as their loss. To ease the sting, the mind searches for flaws, luck, shortcuts, anything that shrinks the gap on paper. Not evil, just status math under pressure. Stay steady and remove fuel. Stop narrating the climb. Let milestones speak. Keep outputs visible, milestones, handoffs, shipped work, access private. Keep gratitude public and specific. Skip victory laps. Ground progress in process, scope, dates, next steps. When the commentary starts, redirect to the work. Milestone hit on Tuesday. Next deliverable is Friday at 4. No defense. No debate. Just clarity. Guard the circle. Spend more time with builders who don't keep score. Limit exposure to rooms that turn everything into ranking. When "you've changed" appears, answer with consistency, not performance. Same standards, same pace, same respect. Let repetition teach. Some will recalibrate once the dust settles. Some will prefer the old order and step back. Either way, progress keeps its posture. 3. Projection. Why do accusations land that don't match the facts? Why do motives get assigned you never held? Their mirror is pointed outward. The reflection has your name on it. Tells to watch. You're called arrogant right after a quiet win. Selfish when you stop overextending. Cold when you speak in clear, short sentences. Stories about you change with their mood, not your behavior. Questions vanish. Verdicts arrive. Conversations jump from specifics to character in one step. Here's the engine. Projection pins an uncomfortable feeling on a nearby face. Envy, insecurity, guilt, hard to hold, easy to export. Blame reduces tension without changing anything. It also recruits allies. A shared target feels like relief. Hold center and strip it to evidence. Ask for the instance, not the label. What did I do or say exactly? Return to observable facts, times, decisions, deliverables. If none are offered, close the loop. Happy to align on specifics. If not, I'm moving forward with X. Keep language spare and neutral. No essays to defend identity. Work through structure, not performance. Summaries after meetings, written scopes and decisions. Clear boundaries in one line. I don't discuss motives. I discuss plans. If the labeling continues, reduce exposure and increase documentation. Decisions move to written channels. Deadlines live on a calendar. Reality has a paper trail. Let it do the lifting. In personal circles, remove the stage. No group debates about who you are. If someone raises a concern, invite the direct room. Let's bring everyone present and align on facts. Triangulation fades when witnesses arrive. Some will recalibrate when facts stay calm and consistent. Some need the story more than the truth. Either way, your standard doesn't depend on their mirror. 4. Boundaries equals lost access. Why does a simple no trigger outsized reactions? Why does a clear limit feel like disrespect to some? The free pass expired. The invoice arrived. Tells to watch. Guilt hooks. You think you're better now. We always... History flexes. Favors listed like debts. Silent treatments after normal refusals. Urgency theatrics to bulldoze your schedule. Respect only when you overextend. Friction the moment you don't. Requests relabeled as obligations. Here's the engine. Access felt like entitlement, not a privilege. When the tap tightens, loss is mislabeled as betrayal. Old benefits were built on your compliance. Remove compliance and the system protests before it adapts. Hold the line cleanly. Use short boundary sentences that repeat the same way every time. I'm not available for that. I don't discuss X without everyone present. I'll make updates once requirements are documented. No essays, no tone matching, no defensive biography. Translate care into structure. Put plans in writing, scope, dates, handoffs. Rotate roles instead of rescuing. Confirm decisions in one recap note. When the push returns, point to the process, not the person. Scope is A. Add-ons happen in B at C rate. Fewer arguments live where records live. Protect the calendar. Offer true options, not apologies. 2 times open, Tuesday 2:30 or Thursday 9:15. If this week doesn't work, next review is Monday. Adults can choose. Access is scheduled, not assumed. Accept the data. If respect depends on overgiving, it isn't respect. Some relationships will rebalance under the new terms. Some will recede because the subsidy ended. Either outcome is clarity. 5. Low disclosure, mystery, discomfort. Why does not oversharing make some people suspicious? Why does privacy read like arrogance or a secret agenda? Blank space invites a story. Not always a kind one. Tells to watch. Questions that dig past what's relevant. Pressure to open up right before decisions. Why so private? Spoken like an accusation. Assumptions filled in for you. Motives, alliances, plans. Backhanded lines. Must be nice to keep everything to yourself. Irritation when answers stay short and factual. Here's the engine. Ambiguity makes anxious minds invent detail. When access was the currency, low disclosure feels like loss. If someone relies on information to steer you, privacy removes the steering wheel. Control looks for another route, usually through rumor, pressure, or forced intimacy. Stay steady and keep things appropriate, not available. Answer what's asked, not what's imagined. Scope replies to the task at hand. Leave the diary closed. Use clean, limited sentences. Decision will be made Friday. That's personal, not discussing it. Here's what's relevant to the project. Move conversations into formats that respect boundaries. Agendas before meetings. Written next steps. Group threads for decisions. Private topics stay private by design, not by apology. Don't reward phishing. When the question is motive, redirect to facts. When the request is access, offer a clear, limited option or a clean no. Keep tone even. Keep repeat lines ready. Privacy is a standard, not a mood. Select the circle by behavior. Share more with people who handle less with care. Share less with people who turn info into leverage. Trust grows where discretion lives. Some will relax once they see that boundaries aren't hiding anything. They're protecting the work and the relationship. Some will escalate because the old shortcuts are gone. Either way, your disclosure stays measured, not reactive. 6. Scarcity mindset. Why does your progress feel like a personal loss to them? Why does attention for you register as starvation for someone else? The world got mapped as zero-sum. Tells to watch. Compliments with a sting. Must be nice. Scorekeeping after your wins. Who got what? Who owes whom? Undermining by balancing praise in the room. Withholding help when it costs them spotlight. Grabbing credit on shared work. Vanishing when there's cleanup. Advice framed as guardrails, but aimed at slowing you down. Here's the engine. Scarcity turns status, praise, and opportunity into a fixed pie. Every slice you take reduces theirs, on paper. Comparison accelerates the math. Anxiety supplies the motive. The result is protection, not collaboration. Stay out of the tug-of-war. Anchor to process and outcomes, not applause. Log scope, dates, and handoffs. Share credit early and precisely. Names attached to deliverables. Make asks concrete and time-boxed. Make offers the same. Keep wins low volume and fact-based. Milestone hit Tuesday, next step Friday, 4 p.m. Reduce fuel for competition. Stop narrating progress to audiences that turn updates into ranking. Move check-ins to written channels where details beat drama. If credit grabbing repeats, publish the record once. Delivered by A on date, B reviewed, C approved. No heat, just receipts. Set boundaries around help. Help that creates dependency gets smaller. Help that builds capacity stays. When support is withheld to punish progress, continue without ceremony. Let consistency show that opportunity grows work for everyone, or moves without resistance. Choose rooms that act abundant. Builders who celebrate others tend to compound. Rooms addicted to scarcity train cannibalism. Everyone loses slowly. Protect time by spending it where momentum is shared. Some will shift once they see the pie expand with clean collaboration. Some will keep guarding crumbs. Either way, progress remains process-driven, not permission-based. 7. Hard to manipulate. Why does calm trigger resentment in certain people? Why does not reacting make them push harder? Control needs friction. You don't provide it. Tells to watch. Guilt scripts. After everything I've done. Urgency shows up without a real deadline. Bait for anger, needling, sarcasm, little disrespect tests. Goalposts move after you meet them. Silent treatment when you don't fold. Only you can fix this. Flattery, followed by pressure. Here's the engine. Manipulation needs 3 things: speed, secrecy, and a nervous system to grab. When responses are slow, written, and neutral, the hooks miss. Without leverage, guilt, fear, chaos, the tactic feels pointless. Pointless becomes frustration. Frustration becomes story. Difficult, selfish, cold. Keep the surface clean. Answer with short lines and clear choices. 2 options, A or B, by Friday. I'm not available for that. If requirements change, timeline resets. No biography, no defense of identity, just terms. Change the channel to structure. Move decisions into group threads. Confirm agreements in recap notes. Track requests in a simple log. Date, scope, next step. When the story tries to replace the record, point to the record once. Break the speed. No same-day pivots on non-urgent asks. Use time boxes. Reviewing at 3:30, reply after. Escalation attempts meet the clock, not the amygdala. Refuse the maze. Avoid debates about motives. Stay with actions and outcomes. Decline double binds. If you cared, you'd, I'll do X, I won't do Y. If tests continue, reduce access rather than increase explanation. Reward healthy behavior only. When requests are clear and respectful, engage. When they're manipulative, go shorter, slower, more documented. Consistency retrains the room or reveals it. Some will adapt once tactics stop working. Some will exit when control fails. Either way, standards stay intact and peace remains expensive to buy. 8. Role freeze. Why does growth feel like betrayal to some people? Why does changing roles trigger resentment, even when the change is healthy? Their script stayed the same. You didn't. Tells to watch. You've changed, used as a complaint. Pressure to play the old part. Fixer, clown, backup plan, wallet. Invites that only work if you shrink. Just be chill like before. Nostalgia used as leverage. We always did it this way. Jokes that put you back in the box, then land harder when you don't fit. Warmth when you regress. Friction when you hold the new line. Here's the engine. Groups run on homeostasis. Keep the pattern, keep the comfort. Your upgrade breaks the loop that made life easier for others. If someone relied on your old compliance or underfunctioning, improvement reads as abandonment. Identity is social. When one piece moves, everyone must adjust. Adjustment is work. Resistance is faster. Hold steady without theatre. Name the new role in plain terms. No longer available for X, focused on Y. Match actions to statements. Fewer rescues, more rotations. Fewer last-minute saves, more process. Move repeats into structure. Task owners, deadlines, written plans. When nostalgia appears, separate memory from policy. Good times. New standard decline, frames that demand the old you. That doesn't fit how I work now. Offer clean choices, not apologies. 2 times for connection that fit the new schedule. 2 ways to participate that don't penalize your growth. If the answer is no, keep it short. Not aligned with my priorities. Guard the edges. Reduce exposure to rooms that only recognize the previous version. Increase time with people who respect the update without testing it. Let repetition make the change boring. Same boundaries, same tone, same follow-through. Expect a curve. First pushback, then negotiation, then either respect or distance. Both outcomes create clarity. Roles that only work when you regress were never stable. Roles that adjust were real. If this brought clarity, drop a comment, like, share the video, and subscribe to the Silent Ethos for more Stoic psychology and quiet strength.